did it, made it through another AAS meeting. I am all talked out, but I had an amazing conference. This morning was very light. There was an early plenary followed by roaming some posters. There was some really interesting education and outreach ones, as there always are, but I always love seeing them. I also attended one talk on teaching astronomy using video games. Think like evolution of like Carmen Sandiego Oregon Trail. This one was then an RPG about a catfolk-like civilization that had discovered artifacts from a historical civilization, which were light curves of variable stars from the AAVSO, and the players needed to learn how to understand them and read them in order to get to the stars and save their world. I feel like this conference I was much more successful at networking than previous conferences. I have maybe 10 whole people who I spoke with who said they had like job openings and I should email them and I might be a good fit. I'd like to think some of it was me, but I was talking with a friend and I think that more of the people who are hiring were a lot more proactive about seeing that little job seeker ribbon and actually asking or saying, hey, did you know, here's where you can find our job openings. So that was great. As I mentioned before, it was super fun doing the social media team. Not only did it kind of force me to speak with more people, but I felt like I was being a little bit more extroverted, like the meeting as a whole, and also I really like made friends with the other people who were doing it. I've volunteered before and typically kind of a little bit made friends with the people behind the registration desk, but like sometimes did not even know who else was volunteering. But this time, like, we were continually talking during the meeting, and it was great, and I have their phone numbers, and so now we can text more often. And plus, there's a little bit of extra follow-up as we all edit the tons of footage we took. I'm also kind of hoping that I planted a little bit the idea of maybe me continuing to volunteer as a social media person for the AAS, because I think it'd be fun, and I have kind of been keeping an eye out for possible good fits for volunteering opportunities within AAS. Or, if Crystal just wants to fly me out for the next meeting in California, that'd be good too. So it won't be immediately, but I am planning on making another video that's just kind of the other stuff I did while in Arizona and maybe a little bit more for the conference. It won't be soon. I got a bunch of pictures to edit, so stay tuned for that. But if you're only here for the astronomy stuff, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you maybe at a future AAS meeting. L on Z.